Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's Alana here from the Fancy Navajo. I hope you guys are doing well and you enjoyed my last video about my stay-at-home fashion finds. However, if you missed that video, I'll go ahead and put a link down in the description box below so you can catch up. Today we are back here in my kitchen, and today I'll be showing you guys how to make fancy fresh spring rolls. These are super delicious and super easy to make. I love them and they're so refreshing, perfect for those hotter days where we want a little something lighter to eat. And you can change up the ingredients based on whatever you have in your kitchen. So you can make this your own. You can also make this vegetarian or add in meats like I'm going to be doing with this recipe here. And as always, the full recipe can be found on thefancynavajo.com. And if we aren't already friends already on Instagram and Facebook, make sure to give me a follow at The Fancy Navajo on Instagram and at The Fancy Navajo blog on Facebook. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get cooking. It's just gonna be a fun little cooking party. I have my cute little apron that I pulled out for this special occasion. I have all these aprons, but I don't wear all of them all the time. So let's go ahead and get started. So for this recipe, you're going to need some chicken. I like using boneless, skinless chicken thighs, some carrots, a cucumber, some romaine lettuce, this rice sticks, some mint, as well as some rice paper. So first we're going to cook our chicken thighs in a medium hot pan with a tablespoon of oil. To make our spring rolls more flavorful, we're going to add some seasoning. I like using this Montreal chicken seasoning, and I pretty much use it on everything. Then we're going to fry our chicken for about 7 to 8 minutes on each side until golden brown. Next, we're going to prepare our fillings for our fancy spring rolls. I like adding in carrots, cucumbers, romaine lettuce, and mint, but feel free to add in whatever you like. So here I'm just using 2 carrots, just chopping off the ends and getting them prepared for the spring rolls. And I'm actually only going to be using about 1/4 of the cucumber. I don't need too much of it, so I'm going to save that for later. Maybe some pickles. So one of the reasons I like making fresh spring rolls is all the colorful ingredients that go into making them. It's so pretty and I just love it. So right now I'm just cutting up my cucumbers. I think the proper word for this is julienning the cucumbers. So I'm just trying to get them into nice little sticks so that they fit well inside the fresh spring rolls. Also, I'm not quite sure what the little black dot is on my arm there. I feel like anytime I cook and record, I always have something on my forearms. So now into the carrots. I'm just peeling off little shreds of the carrot here. I don't know about you, but I have a hard time cutting carrots because they're such an awkward shape, but I like this little thing that I do here where I just shave off some slices and they're the perfect shape for these fresh spring rolls. Alright, so now it's time to check on our chicken and we're going to flip it over and look at that pretty golden brown crust. It's so beautiful. So while we wait for the other side of our chicken to cook, I'm going to continue to prepare all of our ingredients for our fresh spring rolls. So right now I'm just getting my romaine lettuce and we're going to slice it into little rectangles. And now onto our mint. I'm just picking off the little sprigs of mint here. And don't you just feel so fancy whenever you use fresh herbs? So one of my favorite places to buy ingredients for my fresh spring rolls is my local Asian grocery store. Everything is a lot more flavorful and a little bit more authentic for Vietnamese spring rolls. But you should be able to find all of these ingredients at your local grocery store. Look at here, we have our pretty little filling plate. It's so colorful. So it sounds like our chicken is done, so I'm going to go ahead and check, and what do you know? We have our brown, crispy, golden chicken ready to go. So now we're going to go ahead and prepare our boiling water to cook our rice stick noodles as well as to soften our rice paper. And next we're going to go ahead and slice up our chicken into about maybe 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch thick slices. And you can also use rotisserie chicken or shrimp or basically any type of meat or tofu inside your fresh spring rolls. So now I'm going to prepare our rice noodles. Just going to follow the instructions back here below. These don't need too much time to cook, and I just boiled the water because you don't have to cook this on the stove. So I'm just going to pour the dried noodles in here. And actually, I don't think we're going to need that much. So I'm going to take out this little bundle here. And yeah, I think that's going to be good. So we're just going to pour the water. And the rice noodles don't need very long to cook. I would say maybe a few minutes, and we're just trying to soften them, and then we're going to go ahead and rinse them in cold water. Alrighty, now we have all of our fillings and we're ready to start making our fresh spring rolls. So let's get rolling. Rolling. So first of all, I reserve some of the water from the noodles. I like to use this to soften up the little rice paper sheet here. Don't waste water. And basically what I do is I pour some in this little saucer, and then I put this to the side, and then I just let it get damp and moist, and we want to get it to where it's translucent and pliable, so it doesn't take too long, just a few seconds to get nice and soft. And the water's warm, so you want to use the warm water, not cold water. And then we just, as you can see, it's starting to get a little bit more translucent. And then I just place it on the plate, and to speed up the process so I'm not taking forever, I go ahead and grab one of these and put it in here, so that way I'm not making this longer than it needs to be. And so I usually like to start with a piece of lettuce, and then I grab a couple of pinchfuls of the rice noodles, and we just want to put it in there. I think that's a good amount, and put just a little bit more in there. And then I like to take some of the chicken, some good pieces of chicken here that I want, and then I like to grab some of the carrots, maybe a little bit more so it's nice and colorful, and a few sprigs of the fresh cucumber. Put those in there, and you can't forget the mint. The mint is my favorite part of this. Oops, put a little 2 here, and then we're just gonna roll it like you would a burrito. So you're gonna put up the sides to each one, and then we're going to tuck and roll. So then we're just gonna quickly do it like that. There you go. You have your own little spring roll, and it looks so good. So you got it. Good job. So we're going to go ahead and speed up this process, but I just wanted to share how I make the rest of my fresh spring rolls here. It's super simple and so easy, and if you have a family, this would be a fun activity to do with your kids, or it would be a fun, great date night idea for you and your significant other, or just a fun little activity to do while you're at home. Alrighty, so we're finished with our delicious spring rolls. They look so yummy and delicious, and I told you guys how simple and easy was that. And you have your own little fresh spring rolls that you can share with your family and friends. I like making this anytime there's like a potluck or something. It really makes people think that you prepared a really fancy dish, but it didn't take you that much time. And you can also substitute the chicken with tofu or take it out and add whatever ingredients you like. But my favorite part of this dish is the fresh mint. It is so delicious, and I like to have my spring rolls with this peanut sauce here. It's so delicious, and all I do is I dip my spring roll in it and I take a bite. So I hope you guys enjoyed that recipe. The full recipe will be on thefancynavajo.com, and if you do make this, please tag me on social media at thefancynavajo so I can see your beautiful creations. And until next time, take care, be kind, and see you guys later. Bye. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this, and have a good day. Bye.